Hey, good morning, everyone. Lisa Freed here, and welcome to Before My Morning Coffee, Rebel Hearted. Awesome. So it's Monday morning, and I'm super stoked because I overcame an obstacle that before, like just 9 days prior, I wouldn't have continued to move through. And this is something that has me totally stoked. What happened was I got up late. I went to bed late last night and I got up late this morning, and I was just like, I just don't want to get out of bed. Like, I fell asleep, my alarm went off. I went through prayer, fell asleep, woke up, started reading my book, fell asleep on my book, woke up and was like, oh my goodness, it is 4:45 in the morning and I gotta work out. And I just was like, in my head, I'm like, this just does not feel good. And I came downstairs, and if you are following me, you know that I do a live stream and I tell everyone, hey, I'm going to work out this morning. And then I'm like, but there was not a lot of energy. So it was kind of like, hey, I'm going to work out this morning. And I pushed play. I feel amazing. I feel like a badass that I've somehow pushed through to a new level, right? To really just allow myself to do what it is that I say that I'm going to do, to be impeccable with my word, to stand firmly in integrity, and to keep working towards my goal, which is to be in the best shape of my life this year as I leave my 30s and hop, skip, jump, dance into my 40s, right? And if you've been listening to Rebel Hearted and Before My Morning Coffee, you know that one of the things that is really big for me is the next best step. And I told everyone that I was going to talk more about that today. And so I'm going to dive right into that. The next best step is really something simple, because we complicate things as humans. Maybe you don't realize this. Maybe you're not like me, but if you're like me, you like things to make things complicated. And I have complicated so many things in my life. And it wasn't until 2-3 years ago that I started to really lean into what I would call the nudge. And that would be, when I say the nudge or TN, I'm referring to God. You can use the universe or source or spirit or goddess, whatever word it is that resonates for you. Maybe it is TN, right? I would just ask, what's the next best step for me? Instead of trying to prioritize the 78 things on my to-do list, and I would just get quiet, take a breath, and ask that the next best step be revealed. Sometimes it was something on my list. Sometimes it was take a shower. Sometimes it was do your laundry, call somebody would come to mind, message that person, reach out, do a live stream on this topic, email this person, right? Pay this bill. But sometimes it would be nothing. Just sit, be still, listen. And when I'm in the practice of asking, what's my next best step? And then doing it, and then what's my next best step? And doing that, I find that, one, in this miraculous way, my to-do list sorts itself, right? Items get checked, or they get delegated, or they just really weren't that important in the first place once I started moving from my head space to my heart space. And it's a really big deal for me to realize that I have so much more freedom in my life, in everything that I do, when I'm not controlling everything. I'm still responsible for all that I do, right? Because Who am I going to hand responsibility off to? Like in my past, yes, I definitely, and still sometimes like to try and hand responsibility off to anyone else. And yet there is just this freedom that comes from tuning in, tapping in, having that soul moment, having that time with God, having that time with the universe, having that time with myself, and saying, what's the next best step? And listening to it. And you'll find that as you do this practice, as you tune in, and as you are like, hey, I'm actually spending time with my source here, the answers come faster and faster and faster. And if they don't, that's always a sign that I'm trying to control or manipulate something again, right? So I sit, I slow it all down and tune in on a different level, right? Or take some time to play, or go for a drive, or have a shower. For me, driving, showering, playing, all those things connect me even more deeply to myself, because part of me is on autopilot, and then the right part of me can listen, if that makes sense. So today I just invite you to try it out. What's the next best step for me? What's the next right step for me? And just listen. Ask it, listen, respond to it, right? Like, it only works if you listen. Like, if you're like, that's stupid. Not that one. Next. No, not that one. Next. No. I don't think you get what I'm trying to do here, God. Like, the next one. Give me, no, like a different one. That doesn't help. So just know that this is also a discipline. This is also a habit or a practice that to lean into. Ask for the step. Be still. Listen to the step. Say thank you. And take that next step. And you'll find that you just get into this flow and things align in this beautiful, powerful way that I truly can't explain. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I will be back again tomorrow with another episode of Before My Morning Coffee, where you get to hear me talk about all the things that come to mind before I've ever had a cup of coffee. Have a day as beautiful as you. So much love. Bye for now.